fellow viewers, I hope you're well. Let me start by introducing myself as Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha or Mami Zion. Well, today I just want to talk about human rights. Human rights is supposed to stand for the rights of people, supposedly, to defend everybody, you know. And recently they've been coming out fighting for the rights of the LGBTQXYZ society, stroke queer or weird community. So now you find that different nations have different policies. Let's say Africa as a continent has its own culture and values. And then the Western world also has its own culture and values. And they differ. And there are so many things that we see the Western world do that are against our culture, and we do not talk about them because it's their culture, you know. We respect people's cultures and values. And then Africa also has its own culture and values, and we respect and expect people to respect our cultures and values as Africa, as a continent.
You went viral on the internet because you were arrested and you were a piece of broccoli.
Yes.
Do you identify as broccoli? Or?
I am Mr. Broccoli, yes, that's right, please.
Do you have another name or not?
No, Mr. Broccoli is
That's
me,
it?
yeah.
You don't go about your daily business as a piece of broccoli.
I've always been a piece of broccoli.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right. So do you have a job?
I just grow.
Wow, here we are trying to figure out what a woman is. It's such a strange time to be alive. So on social media, if you haven't seen today, there is a video kind of going viral. There is this alleged woman that is masturbating in a women's bathroom. So let me clarify, sorry. This woman has a penis and she is stroking it in a woman's bathroom. And there's a woman here, if you haven't seen it, guys, it's on Twitter. There's a woman here washing her hands. So if you can make sense of this for me, would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with a man dressed as a woman masturbating in the mirror at in a bathroom, in a women's bathroom, and call that man a woman? Because this is where we are right now. We as people are starting to recognize you are falling for a ploy within political correctness, and we are urging you to stand for truth. Because if you don't, my children, our children are subject to your failure. I have an 8-year-old. If this woman was my 8-year-old, if by chance my 8-year-old went into this restroom while I was patiently waiting outside for her, and there's a grown man stroking his penis around my daughter, what do you think I should do as a father whose duty is protecting my children? You're not doing it. Are you doing it, Sheriff? Because you are obligated to detain a man when he goes into a woman's bathroom, are you not? You know what to do. There's no question about it. You need to establish an ordinance to prevent this from happening in this city. Thank you.
In the African culture, men who are not born again, who are not saved, can marry more than one wife. When you go to England, it's a crime. You can be arrested. When you come to Africa, homosexuality is a crime. When you go to England or to America, homosexuality is accepted. The other thing, if a head of state is sovereign, we expect everybody to respect everyone's leader. Because if it is the Africans that choose their own leaders, then America has no business interfering in African politics.
For many months now, many in the international community are saying that by your signing of this bill, you're taking Uganda a step backwards, that you are not protecting the freedoms and the rights and the choices of the Ugandan people. So how do you respond to that? And specifically, President Obama has said he was deeply disappointed by Uganda's move and says that it would complicate US-Uganda relations. I've listened to everything that you've said in the statement, so how would you respond to that? And does it worry you, and have you spoken directly to President Obama about this?
Well, we have been disappointed for a long time by the conduct of the West, the way you conduct yourselves there. But we just keep quiet. We just see how you do things, the families, how they are organized, all these things. We see them, we keep quiet. We never comment because it's not our country. Maybe you like it. So, since there is now an attempt at social imperialism to impose social values of one group on our society, then our disappointment is now exacerbated because we are sorry to see that you live the way you live, but we keep quiet about it. Now you say you must also live like us. That's why we say no. We say no. And am I worried? Not at all. We should be worried about what? Because to tango needs two people to dance. If the West doesn't want to work with us because of homosexuals, then we have enough space here to live by ourselves and do business with other people.
We've seen the head of state of Kenya and his vice president before being tried at Hague. So where is the sovereignty of the African states? And now, Museveni, the parliament of Uganda, sat and they agreed that homosexuality is against our culture and we are not going to accept it in Africa because it's not our culture. It's actually not even a big deal. We don't even talk about it. We don't even think about it because it's not even a topic to be discussed in Africa. And what happens?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I stand here to support the bill. Right Honorable Speaker, when I look at you and the honorable ladies in this house, there is no reason for a man to run after a man for sex. Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker,
Honor.
Right Honorable Speaker,
Order.
Right Honorable Speaker,
Honorable members. Honorable members.
Right Honorable Speaker, there is nothing so sweet and so good for a man more than a woman. And for that reason, there should be no reason for a man to run after a man. Right Honorable Speaker, I implore
Honorable members. Honorable members. Can you give Father time to speak?
Thank you. Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. The essence of humanity is preservation of life. And this can only be guaranteed through the procreation. Homosexuality has no essence. It is just a mere romantic and sexual attraction towards a person of the same sex. Right Honorable Speaker, it should be put on record that Honorable Fox Odoi does not have his children here in this country. All his family are in UK, and that's why he's supporting this bill. That's why he's against this bill.
Mr. Speaker, I can tell you for sure, I have gone to some hospitals and I have seen children with ripped anuses. Children with ripped anuses. I have talked to the doctors and asked the doctors what happened. These children were molested by homosexuals. And for anybody who is reasonable to stand here and say that this thing is okay.
America and England and all these other countries came attacking our president for defending our culture, our values, and what we stand for as a nation. This is not only happening in Uganda, it's happening in African countries.
Let me say this, Nanado is a fake Christian. Our president is a fake Christian. Yesterday, I looked into his eyes and I realized that Nanado is a fake Christian. Mame Harris, whoever you call yourself, you came to Ghana because of Russia and China and LGBTQI+. Who told you we don't know? We know. Mami we any boy buy no eye niam mienu say be ma be di be ma to no ba di dua be wo be oba ho 1 2 any say Russia any China shia enti o we see a chire Mami Harris, I am telling you again this morning, your visit is as useless as anything. And me, the last thing I would ever do is to sacrifice Ghana on a silver platter. When we say the gay for Alice at to Jubilee House, Nanado to her, no one could just presby. I saw them, no presby. I saw from Penny for much better than Yamian Bomonsam, Anglican was a day, no one Bomonsam said Nanado say any time, and a gay marriage, but gay marriage in a yen, they are good for the Becano, and other cra. Ghana, a red, gold, green, America, a white, red, and blue. Eti rainbow colors na that Jubilee House hono e kire say wo hwe colors na the two Jubilee House hono a wo mu the information ministry Jimrika here damage repair. You guys are senseless. Somebody should speak to that woman that we are not ever ready in this country. Say a bedi be ma to. No bab bedi ba. It will never happen in this country. Somebody should speak to Harris. You are a disgrace to womanhood. Your mother gave birth to you because your father had sex with your mother. Rubbish. Somebody should tell me, say, Ghana ni America. Your colors are in a purple woman. Nanado, are you a fake Christian? Are you a fake Muslim? Put the gay four colors out to Ghana. God will punish us. When God is punishing Ghana, He will punish you. Ajinasari. Duncan Williams, Benson Tabil, Anglican, Methodist, Apostolic, Assemblies of God pastors. God will punish all of us. And then the information ministry.
Let me move to the next issue, which I spoke about earlier. The LGBTQI position. As the Patriotic Front, we beseech Zambians, all of us Zambians, as a people, not to allow the United States of America to impose its values in Zambia. This is not a duty only for the Patriotic Front. Hear me right. This is the duty of every Zambian. We must defend ourselves. Since both bilateral relations and foreign assistance of the United States is being tied to LGBTQI rights, Zambia may have to review its relationship with the USA, as the country should not abandon its norms, its national values, religious and cultural standing to please the Americans. The documents that I've referred to, I also quoted them. All of them are making reference to the fact that their aid, their support must be tied to the relationship with Russia and China on one hand, and the upholding of the human rights of the LGBTQI. If their support, if their bilateral relations with us is going to be subject to those conditions, then time has come for us in Zambia to start asking our questions. Is it worth the while? Remember that the Patriotic Front has been firm and steadfast on the matter. When President Edgar Chagwa Lungu was asked this question, he said very bluntly, if your money is tied to us changing our values, losing our religious orientation, keep your money. We shall keep our values.
We are saying no to homosexuality. Why should you say we're going to be civilized if we only allow it. Are you saying we are very primitive now because we are frowning upon homosexuality? Even animals don't do it. Why should we be forced to do it because we want to be seen to be smart, to be seen to be civilized and advanced and so on?
Could make him change his mind on homosexuality.
But I don't know, to be honest with you, how far this matter will go. Because already you're tying it to aid. If that is how you're going to bring your aid, then I'm afraid the Western can leave us alone in our poverty, and we will continue scrounging and struggling and see how we can get going.
We uphold that position.
I've been telling you for a very long time that we are not the ones who choose and put people in power. We are not the ones who vote. There are people who choose the people to lead us. If we got our independence as they claim, how comes we were given a certificate from our former colonizers? Does it make sense to you? You fight with somebody and then you win, and you tell the person to get out of your residence, and the person gives you a certificate for winning in the fight. Does that make sense? So before we even start asking ourselves why America is involved in our politics, let's go back to the roots and find out why we were even given a certificate in the first place for our independence. Why did you give us a certificate for the independence? Who is fooling who? I'm asking because the New World Order is coming. And in that New World Order, we'll have one religion, one leader, or one government, and one currency. And the currency is going to be a cashless currency that everybody will be required to have a chip. And without that mark, you will not be able to buy or sell. I'm talking about business. People being able to access their money in their accounts. It's very possible. You've seen it before when they are changing our notes, our paper notes. They'll tell you this note has expired. If you don't take it to the bank before this date, it will not be of any use. So that is what is going to happen. If you don't get the chip and register yourself in our system, we shall not be able to give you your money. And many people are going to compromise. Many people are going to fall for it. If you don't have the mark, we cannot help you because you don't have health insurance. You cannot be able to access your money in the bank. And many people are going to go for it. They are going to get the mark. And they are going to put policies that are going to make life so hard. Even accessing malls, as I told you before in the first video, like Garden City, you can obviously see the mark is 666. And when you look at these health institutes, you see their logos. You just know that they are preparing the world for the mark. And they are the ones who create sicknesses. And they are the ones who come up with solutions. That's how these companies are getting a lot of money, you know. There are companies that are selling foods that are harmful and poisonous. That's why I'm encouraging every believer to invest in farming. Start farming. Start planting your own food. You know, start being independent from the system. Start planting herbs. Start planting food. Start farming. You know, start small. Don't fear to start small because they are planning to do this as soon as 2030. But God is merciful. He can prolong everything and He can delay everything so that His children can prepare for what is coming. And as I conclude, I want to talk about this gentleman that we met with my husband. We were just coming from dropping our friend, Tommy. Tommy is the son of Archbishop Winnie. So he had visited us and we were dropping him somewhere. And on our way back, we found a couple that was sleeping outside the human rights offices. And this couple was stranded. They are refugees. The wife was 6 months pregnant with babies, 2 children. They were sleeping outside. And guys, you know how cold Kenya is at night. So these people had no place to stay. They were sleeping there. We offered help, but the gentleman requested us to voice his situation, to use our platform to ask for help for anybody that wants to help him. He's stranded with his family, he's a refugee, and the human rights, in quotes, is not helping.
So, I am here for a long time, 11 years. I am on the visa in the government of Kenya. But before when I came here, UNHCR took me in Camp Kakuma Refugee, where I get a security case. That time UNHCR I get the information, even the last government from Commission, Asiri Mitambo, last in Somali, the officer of the Head Protection Officer. You see, from office UNHCR, we get all information. In 2015, the people who have the gun come at my house, blocking the house. It was night, 2 p.m. Block the door, and then we begin to shoot us without any information. Call us when we sleep, it was at night. Only say you come from Congo to come here to instability, call us, and then we know where it came from. On that, he shoot us. One of us, he died, we were shipped together. So from that time, when Sarah sent the police, then he took the...
Where did the shooting take place?
It was Camp Kakuma.
Kakuma camp.
Kakuma camp.
Oh, so you left there because of insecurity?
Yes, yes.
How long ago did you leave there?
I was living there for 7 years. And then it's
when did you come here from there?
From 2020, when the coronavirus it was 20 March 2014. I lived here after 2 days. But before coming here, they informed me when Sarah here in Nairobi, the head office. I told them we have the hotline to call. I informed them. I told them all why these are not doing. But because my insecurity, when I get the data, I went home outside the camp. It's called Mukisa. That time when Sarah ignored, and then I tried to see how can I get the help, but when Sarah don't help me, I see how can solve my problem and how can save my life and my family. I go in a church called Cornerstone. I try to talk with the pastor. He's called Peter Egg. He's a bishop for now. And then when I explain him, he say I cannot accommodate the someone came refugee because we have that mandate. If you don't have ID and or another paper to explain where I came from, it's supposed to go in UNHCR, and then when I get the full information, that we will start to see how can I help you. When I go in UNHCR, get full information, he give me the house for living for some few months to see how can UNHCR will help me. But when I continue to follow my case, UNHCR tried to send me in another camp called in Dadaab. When I tried to see why you delete to take me in Dadaab, one of the officers from Alas, he said, for now, we get the information from our office. He took the refugee from Dadaab up to Yakapon because of the insecurity there. El Shabab, that's why we don't have anything to do for you. So I tried to see how can manage, how can you to save my life. But that time we tried to call head office here in Nairobi. Even there's someone who comes to give me the number from Kakuma, and then he said we have the number for lawyer, human rights in Nairobi. Even I call him, and then he said send me your whole document and see what you talk, it is true or it is lie. I sent all the copy, and then I call my manager. He say why you refuse to give him the travel document, and then he said he's in insecurity. And then he called me, go in Camp Manager, and I say, for now we talk with you. I am in Camp Manager. I stayed there for 3 weeks. I sleep outside without any assistance, without the food, without the water. So my life is very dangerous. I was together with my family, how you see. And then I called hotline 1517. We talked with the one who was working there. If all organization will take care of you, you can see how can live the company before you die. And then I come here, the one of the officer here in Naomi is called Sahara. She's the one who received my information, plus Daniel, plus working there in General even now. And then I told him why you live in the company. I tell him, if you need the information, you can talk with the one of the officer. I tell him all the coordination or the number. Kasini Mitambo is the officer, is the commission for the all refugee. Plus, last Timsimon is the head protection from last. All those people know why I live in Kakuma. When I was there, before to come here, I took my family and then I would go to sleep outside of the camp for camp manager for 3 weeks. Camp manager took the car, took me inside in my family, he took me in the police station. When I reached the police station, OCS asked me why you are sleeping there, and I showed the document. Even I was stayed in the police station another 3 weeks, and then the police OCS took me again to put me in lab. He said my help is finished. It's the Venezuela and the last who's supposed to help you, but me I don't have the security for one of one.
So, how long have you been outside of Haki House?
Now it's almost 20 days.
You're sleeping outside here for 20 days?
Yes.
With your family?
Yes. Without any help, even the toilet I don't give me, even the water I don't give me. It is the neighbor who assists me to have the toilet or the water.
And your wife is pregnant?
Yeah, she's pregnant. It's 6 months. Yeah. So we are here to look why. Even I asked those people took me in court, high court, to solve my issue. Even he refused because when he was there in court, he gave me my right. So 2 months ago, the people come to kidnap my children. So we have a long story. Even when I have full information. So we are here to look for someone who can send me from where, or they can use anybody to help us. So we don't have anything to do.
Okay. We'll follow this up. Well, if they were so concerned about us, they would be concerned about the poor people, the sick people who don't have medicine. They would be concerned about the jobless people than LGBTQ. The reason as to why they are promoting it is because they want to depopulate as many people as possible. They will not come and treat your ruined rectum. Once they ruin your rectum, the human rights will not come and advocate for your rights. So before you join and jump on to every bandwagon, think straight. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. I remain Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha or Mami Zion. Be blessed. Have you been blessed? Well, click on that notification bell so that every time we upload, you'll be the first one to know about it. Please share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know whatever you think about everything that we post. If you want to support our ministry, I just want to remind you that we don't go into the comment section asking people for money. You can find the information in our description box. And then also, you can visit us on our website, www.lifeisspiritual.org. If you want to support our foundation, we have a foundation where we do charity and take care of the orphans, the widows, and the elderly. If you want to support our foundation, you can visit us on our website, www.worldshare.com, for more information. And then also, you can support through our PayPal account that is running on the screen, SendWave or World Remit through the numbers that are running on the screen. And also, don't forget to get yourself some copies of our books. We have written books entitled Erica Part 1, 7 Years in Hell, Erica Part 2, 18 Years with Lucifer, Erica Part 3, Witchcraft and Spiritual Warfare, Erica Part 4, Death, Hell and Heaven, and The Truth About Money. All our books are available on Amazon Kindle and our website www.lifeisspiritual.org. Both our websites have our books. You can access them. All our books are available on both our websites. For those of you that are in Kenya and would love to order books, you can contact us on those numbers on the screen. From Uganda, our books are available at Uganda Bookshop, Enjoy Bookshop, and Aristoc Bookshops. If you want to follow us on Facebook, we don't ask for money on platforms and avoid conmen, but our Facebook channels are Life is Spiritual and Erica Mukisa's Testimonies. Erica Belinda's ministry is no longer my page. It's a hacked page. May God bless you. Thank you so much, Mama Maisha.